What's up, guys? You know who it is, your boy JP the Install Guy, hoping to make your install life a little bit easier. Today we got a 2004 Nissan 350Z, and I'm going to show you how this one does have the Bose system, but I'm going to show you how to take this radio out and install your own double din. If these are the things that you're into, please consider subscribing, because this is what we do here. Car audio tutorials, radio removals, reviews, Q&As, anything car audio install related. That's what the channel is about. And from time to time, I like to share my car audio knowledge. So whether you're a beginner or advanced, this channel is definitely for you. First thing you want to do with this is grab this part right down. Well, you can kind of grab it on the middle. We're just going to pop it up like that. And that is going to allow us to pull this up. Now, one thing you're going to have to do is disconnect this ribbon. This ribbon is basically transferring the information from the actual AC unit that's right here to the controls. So we want to come on the back side, look at the top, well, the top side, press down on that harness. Next thing that we need to do is get this part off. So we definitely want to take these two Phillips head screws out. Then you want to press this, and you want to remove that mat at the top, because we have two more Phillips head screws right there. With that, we can take this part out. Now from here, since we got that out, we have two more Phillips in the back. We're going to go ahead and take those out. And if you look at the bottom, we have four Phillips that need to be taken out here. So we have two of them that's going to actually be holding this piece down, and then we have two goals that's going to be on the bracket. We need to take all four of those out. Alright, so now that we got all of that, we should be able to just literally pull the whole thing forward. I'm gonna have to use two hands. I hope you guys can understand, because I have to pull. I don't want to break something. So guys, give me a second, let me pull it out. I need to disconnect the harnesses, and then I'll show you once I get it actually out what you need to do. Alright, y'all, so this is what y'all had to do. These bars at the bottom are going to be behind this thing right here. The reason you have to take these out of this little AC control unit is that it just makes it easier for the bars to come up if this thing is forward. So when you lift up, we're actually going to leave this in here, but push it forward. Once you push this forward, it's going to get that out the way. These part that's going to be behind here, push it back and lift it up out kind of that way. This top part came forward for me, and I was able to take this harness out. Once I got that harness out, I turned the radio sideways, because these harness plugs are plugged in upside down on these top two. So I had to turn it sideways and get it to where I had to take my pick tool, put it right there. I actually just made a video showing you guys how to disconnect harnesses. I'll link that for you. But now that we have the factory radio out, let's get over here to the test bench, so you see how to put this dash kit together. Alright, first thing we want to do is take the factory radio out of the dash kit. It's only held in by 4 screws, so we're going to go ahead and take those out on each side. The factory radio part is actually pretty easy. You do want to put a little bit of pressure on the outside, so take your hand on each side and kind of bend that like that, because these have these little notches. They are stuck on the inside, so just do that and it'll take that out. Alright, so this is going to be if you're going to use a single DIN or a double DIN. We're doing a double, so we don't need to add a small pocket. So we are going to cut that little bar out. Now I will go ahead, go down and smooth these down a little bit more. You can do this. I literally just smashed it in. Took a little finessing, but I'm gonna show you an easy way to put this in. First thing you want to do is you want to take those two notches and you want to snap them in place on there. If you look on the bracket, holes right here is where that actually snaps in. So snap your other end first and actually take this out because it's only held in by two Phillips and they go right here. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to, yeah, maybe we can do it. Take that part up, snap them in, and now that they are snapped in place, then you want to come back down to that bracket and then put these two screws back in there. All right, so I have the screws back in. Both of that is snapped in, and that's what the front of my dash looks like. Now let's add the radio. All right, so I'm gonna be real with y'all. Do you absolutely have to use this? No. I went on ahead and used it just because, for one, it came with the dash kit. It is a nice little spacer in between to where I don't have to actually bend this back because I am afraid, well, I'm not gonna say I'm afraid, but if I bend this down because we don't have the spacer in place when we go back to put it in, then I may have to bend this outward a little bit in order for the screws to go in. So it does give you that little bit of space. It's not that much, it's like 1/4 of an inch, so I don't think it's a really big deal. I'm just using it. It's not making it hard to line these screws up at all. Like I said, you guys don't have to do it. I am, but I don't know. You do what you feel on this one. You don't absolutely have to have it. If you think it's just an extra piece that's in the way, then don't use it. I'm kind of regretting using it now, to be honest. Quick little pro tip, if you guys are using a full double DIN, which would be a double DIN that will come out actually the whole entire way, it would be easier for you to just screw in on the back too, because these screws, if you look straight up and down, it's not far back enough to where I can actually get to it. So I had to make sure that I use a long shank, and it's very skinny, which is making it easier for me to get to those screws. But if you use a shorter shank, then you won't be able to, and you kind of got to go at an angle. So it's good that we are using the mechless unit because it's a smaller chassis. That way we have a lot more room for our wires to go for as far as installation. But this part right here sucks a little bit, but you know, to each his own. Guys, Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm back inside the car trying to get this pushed in. If this is your first time here, you're probably wondering, why did I skip over the wiring part? Where here at this channel, we mainly do radio removal and install videos, and as of right now, we're probably about 300 cars in, and I didn't want to actually go over the wiring every single time, because as long as you buy the wiring harness, it is the same every single time. The wire harness's job is to convert the factory wire colors with the aftermarket wire colors, so it makes installation a whole lot easier. Now, if you don't know the wire colors, don't worry, because I did make one video for you guys. I will link that in the description. There should be a card popping up in the corner where I go over all the different types of wire colors, what they mean, where they go to. I go over connections, and not only that, I am still making those introduction to car audio training videos for the person who's been out of car audio and wants to get back into it, for the one that just want to save some money and install your own equipment and you need to be a little bit more comfortable, or if you're inspiring to be an installer, those training courses will be for you, and you can get that information at JPtheinstallguy.com as soon as it is released. Now let me go ahead and get this thing pushed back in so you guys can see what it looks like once it's all put back together. Alright y'all, and that's what it looks like when it's all said and done. If you guys found any value in this video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment if you want to. I will try to find all the links to the products that I use, and I will put them in the description for you guys. I would also like to take this time to give a shout out to all the Patreons. You guys go the extra mile and support me and the channel, and I really do appreciate the fact that you've seen so much value in the free information that I give you guys, that you decided to give an extra thanks, because it definitely goes a long way when it comes to supporting me and my family and spreading the car audio knowledge that I have a passion for. So I appreciate you guys on that. Other than that, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Keep going, keep growing. Have a blessed day. Peace.